Howdy folks, Chris Daniel coming to you again from the Endurance Mentality. Just figured I'd do a little video here talking about some things from last week. First off being my training from last week, the half marathon that I did Saturday, and then the DEXA scan. So we'll jump right in here, talk a little bit about last week's training. Fairly typical week for me leading up to the half marathon. Got a couple of low intensity zone 2 runs in. A tempo run and a couple of strength sessions prior to the half marathon on Saturday. Got in a little over 18, almost 19 miles worth of running, along with a few walks. So that felt good. Got a little bit more volume in there, especially with the half marathon being in 13 miles that in one lick. So. All right, so talking specifically about the half marathon, signed up for it the week prior. My wife and some of her friends were doing the 10K, so I just went and tagged along and did the half marathon. So had a goal time of 3 hours is what I wanted to beat. I was able to do that. Did the half marathon in 2 hours, 54 minutes. That was with having to stop one time to adjust some equipment that I had on, my calf compression things that I was trying for the first time. I didn't really like them. So I had to stop, take my shoes off and take those out. So, maybe a couple of minutes or so worth of time there. So, but officially 2 hours, 54 minutes, felt good about that, for the paces that I normally run and, my zone 2 pace, where I'm mostly monitoring heart rate and trying to keep myself in below 150 beats per minute. That's pretty good over 13.1 miles for me. So the next thing, the DEXA scan. I talked about this last week that I had plans on going and getting a DEXA scan. I went and did that last Thursday. Got my results on Friday, and I'm going to share the results with you. I've been weighing in on a Garmin scale, which is supposed to measure body fat percentage, and it does display body fat percentage, but it had me at 31% body fat. I didn't take that as being accurate. That's one of the main reasons I went and did a DEXA scan. So, but I figured my actual body fat would be a little higher than that. Just by a few percentage points. I figured maybe up around 34, 35% body fat. What it actually came out to be from the DEXA scan is 39%. So quite a bit of difference in what my scale reading said and even from what I thought. So got an accurate measurement of where I'm actually at. It's higher than what I had anticipated or thought. So, but what does that mean for me going forward with knowing now what I know? So basically what it means is I can alter my goals and my training to match what I'm trying to achieve. So what I really would like to do is get down to below, in the long term, get down below, 20% body fat, maybe down around the 15% range. So that's the long-term goal. So I've got a long ways to go to get there. So the steps I'm going to take to get there is I'm going to line this up with the way I do my weight loss goals and, a lot of other goals that I have that stretch out for, the goal is going to take me a year or longer to get to. Is I have the long-term goal of what I want to try to achieve, and then I break those goals down into quarters. So, and just break them down into smaller increments that seem to be more achievable, and it's kind of like getting small wins along the way to the big goal. So, like right now, this year I've got a goal of getting down to 200 to 205 by the end of the year. That would be 30 pounds of weight loss over the course of this year from January through December. So I broke that down into quarters for the amount of weight loss, about 7 to 8 pounds of weight loss per quarter, which I've done so far. I've achieved that already this quarter, coming up on the end of second quarter. I'm going to line the DEXA scan up with that. This DEXA scan here that I just did will count for my third quarter DEXA scan. I'll get another DEXA scan towards the end of September or the first part of October to see where I'm at. And with the weight loss that I'm trying to achieve per quarter seems to line up with, trying to lose maybe about 3 to 4% of body fat per quarter. The weight loss that I'm already trying to achieve works out with that anyway. So seems like that's the way to go for me right now. If I need to make adjustments down the road to that, I'll do so, but that's what I'm going to start with. All right, so moving forward with my training plan, knowing what I know now about the DEXA scan results and my body composition, is as far as the endurance training and the cardio, I'm going to keep it relatively the same. I think there's a decent balance there to what I'm doing with that. Heavily zone 2, and then a session in there every week with high intensity, along with a low aerobic bike. I think that's pretty good balance to the cardio and endurance training. Continually to increase the volume a little bit at a time on that. I'm feeling good with that. What I'm going to adjust is my strength training sessions. So right now I'm doing 2 strength sessions per week. I'm going to increase that to 3 sessions per week starting this week. And then, as I continue to evolve with that, I'm probably going to bump that up to 4 sessions per week at some point. And I'll just decide that whenever I feel like the time is right to do that. So just immediately starting this week, I'm going to go from 2 strength sessions to a 3rd strength session every week, and we'll see how that goes and go with that. So that's all I have for this video. Just wrapping some things up from last week that I said I would do, and giving an update. Hope everybody is having a good week. Hope everybody had a good last week, and hope everybody's got some cool things planned moving forward and coming up for the weekend. Thank you for tuning in, and keep a lookout for more videos.